Hello everybody, what is going on? My name is Alex, or better known as WII-HD on the popular site YouTube.com, and this is a playthrough of the game called Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, or Monster Hunter Ultimate 3, or Monster Ultimate 3 Hunter. Depends on whichever order you want to say it, really. Been waiting to play this game for a long time, and I decided to finally man up and get myself a WII-U the other week. And so the only game that I have for it is Monster Hunter, and that also came with Nintendo Land, but that was already there. Either way, I played this game for about 6 hours, so you know I'm pretty much expert. I mainly did it because I wanted to get down the controllers and go through the tutorials before I started giving you my terrible commentary, which will surely give you some type of incurable disease. And I also did a quick trial run too, just to make sure all my recording settings were up to par. So I'm pretty much really prepared, although that's not going to stop me from screwing up. So just as a disclaimer, I do not claim to be a professional at this game. Again, I've only played it for a little bit, but so far it's been really fun, and I'm glad that I bought it, because it kind of goes in the whole theme of, since I've been doing Dark Souls. That's actually a terrible haircut. I thought that was the voice. So I've been doing Dark Souls, and this game kind of fits that genre in a sense where you have these big monsters and you have to kill them, sort of how like Shadow of the Colossus plays out, but in a way it's different because you actually have to grind for your armor and do a whole bunch of crazy stuff before you actually fight the monsters. You'll see all of that, I'm sure, in this playthrough, although it'll probably be 2 parts because I'm sure I will rage quit about a half hour in. Either way, right now this is some pretty legit character customizations. I'm obviously I don't know if I'm that white. I'd say I'm pretty tan. I've been going out in the sun a lot, so I'm getting some nice color in my skin. It's a complete and total lie. I'm as white as you can possibly imagine. So other than that, gotta pick out my name, and you won't believe what I'm gonna call myself here. I mean, this is just this is untelling. You will not be able to guess at all what my name will be in this game. There we go. Did you guess it? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't. I'm pretty sure it's WII-HD, that's right. I have a WII-U pad, and the way it kind of works is, as you can see here, standard mode, pretty much on the left is what you guys are going to see, and on the right is what I'm going to see on this little WII-U pad, which I'm still getting used to, but it's pretty cool. Although I can be a total asshole and change the game to dynamic mode so you don't see anything. That way, you'll have no idea where I'm going and if I'm doing anything right. So if you're a hardcore Monster Hunter 3 player, there's probably no way you're going to call me out for stuff, but I'm sure a lot of people want to see what I'm doing at all times, so we'll just leave it standard. I can overwrite this file because nothing really important happened in this. Other than that, there's a cinematic that follows this that kind of shows you how I got to where I got to, which is the beginning of the game. So you can skip that. I'm sure I'll put the timestamp somewhere at the bottom, but it's pretty cool, so you should probably watch it. Ah, yes. That indeed was a cutscene. So, another disclaimer before we get started. Lots of these NPCs here like to talk. And when I mean they like to talk, they really like to talk. They like to pretty much tell you their life story whenever they get a chance to. So, I could do a number of things. I could, A, give all of these NPCs a voice and somehow try to go through the entire game reading all the dialogue. I could try to read all the dialogue in my normal voice and just plow through it. That way you guys kind of get a little bit of information as well as not have to listen to my terrible voice impressions. Or I could just skip all of it and somehow figure it out from my quest log what to do. It's honestly a preference to you guys, so make sure to let me know because I can't really judge what everyone thinks. But just to give you a just to give you an impression of what all those things would be like, I will give you my best voice for Village Chief. See how this goes, because I'm not really sure what kind of voice. I mean, he's old, so it's like, but he's also a badass, so it's like, I don't know, let's try it. Morning, Hunter. You sleep well? If it's any comfort to you, Mocha Village hasn't seen two quakes in the same day yet. Knock on wood. But let's back up. Welcome, welcome. I'm the chief of this here little community. Nature provides Mocha Village with everything we need. The woods and the sea are our castle, and it's a good one. As folk like to say, living here long enough builds sinew and character. But it's not all rainbows and sunshine. No, we've got our share of turbulence, and you can take that literally. You've ever heard of the Lagercress? It's a foul, pernicious sea monster that just decided to move into the neighborhood. With a tyrant like that thrashing about, our hunting fleet be lucky to escape alive, let alone bring in back a good haul. At least we won't starve to death. All these blasted earthquakes will sink us first. See, that's our other problem. You felt those tremors? Who knows what's causing them, why they started. But the sea is riled up, that I guarantee. Anyway, we're in over our heads, that's where you come in, kid. The way I see it, Mocha Village needs a hunter. Yes, the Lagercrest is mighty, too powerful for any human to tangle with. The way the villagers talk, bah. Strong is one thing, but invincible is something else. The Lagercrest may be big, but it still has to eat and rest. And one day, just like the rest of us, it has to die. Ha! If I was 30 years younger, I'd go clean its clock myself. But I'm only mortal too, so I'll leave the joy of taming the sea's deadliest foe to the younger generation. You. Speaking of youngins, did you and my son get to talk? Suppose not. The quake yesterday hit a 4, you had the chance. I don't see Junior around. Well, he couldn't have gone far. Take a hike around the village, you'll find him. Oh, now I almost forgot. Here's our initial payment, Hunter. It's not much, but it's enough to get you started. So I received 1,500 Z's, which is pretty beast. So that was one way of doing it. Obviously, that'll give you a pretty deep character development explanation. The other way, of course, is by me talking to the people, skimming through it, and pretty much summarizing that all he wanted to tell me was that he's a blacksmith and he makes a bunch of stuff. Or, of course, I can go ahead and read it in normal voice if my terrible voice impressions are too distracting. Hi, and welcome to the Vulcan Village. You must be the new hunter everybody's yakking about. Nice to meet you. I'm your leeson to the Hunters Guild. I'd shake your hand, but you'd probably crush it, you brute. Grr. Hey, just kidding. So basically, the guild puts food on your plate by hooking you up with lots of jobs we call quests. As you all you need is a guild leeson like yours truly, and no time flat, work will pour in from all across the land, in theory. See, I heard you were coming, and I told them to have quests ready for you. And what did they send? Nothing. Zip. Nada. As you might have noticed, the trip over, Mocha Village is pretty far from what you call civilization. Maybe the guild forgot about us. Maybe they fired me. Maybe I need to stop talking. Anyway, the quest counter's closed, so go say hello to the village chief and his son for now. Get settled in. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff to do in this little area. This is actually the starting zone for Monster Hunter, and that's where you kind of get all the basics down before you move on. On my Wii-U pad, it also actually shows me which people want to talk to me. Like right now, this stupid cat, or this Nico, pretty much explains to me how he's like, you know, he's a captain, or he's, you know, he works for the captain, and he's like a sailor, and he has like insecurities and trust issues and all those things, and he's a Nico, so that's all you need to know. Also, he talks to you about the multiplayer ports, which you can join if you decide to do multiplayer, which I'm probably not going to do, mainly because I don't have any friends in this game. But I'm guessing it would be pretty cool. I think they divide the quests up by levels, and you can sort of gather a party of 4 hunters and go out and do things. And this big gal right here is the Fishmongress. I know you're what the that was terrible. That was like a southern white woman. I have to do like a southern black woman impression, which I don't really have too many of. Oh, I know. You're the hunter that folks are going on about. Well, I run the fishery here, and don't you forget it. You're lucky we didn't meet before. That last quake put me in a fine mood. I was up half the night cleaning up the mess. Not only that, but my boys in the hunting fleet were due home ages ago. They never take this long fishing. I'm sick with worry. If I didn't know they were made of steel and fire, I'd paddle out to sea and rescue them. Anyway, you come back later, hun, once the fishery's back in business, alright? So she's the fishmongeress, and she lets me send out her dudes, her pimps, out to the ocean to get me fish supplies, although that costs resources, which I will get into in a little bit. But the chief wants to talk to me again about his life story. By the way, our village is a brisk trade with the far-off Port Tanzia. You want to pay a visit to the port? Just hop aboard the ferry dock to the pier. Tangia's quests really test your mettle, but trust me, the rewards are worth it. Ask the feline staying there for mission to come aboard. He's a capable little fella, so let him handle the nautical particulars. I'm sure the folks at the port will be happy for a fresh face too. Swing on whenever you get some time to kill. So yeah, it's pretty much just another, I guess, starting area where you can sort of do a little bit more questing-wise. This little man right here, he's a cool little guy. He gives me a whetstone, which I can use to sharpen my blade, which plays a big role in this game. Blades and swords are, I guess, I don't know, they play a mighty fine role. Like right now, you can see I'm using the hunter's knife, and you can see the sharpness meters. As I gradually start to use my weapons, they fall into different tiers of sharpness. Obviously, the sharper the blade, the more damage it's going to do, and if it starts falling into red, then you should really sharpen it. So, right now, the bars indicate how long it stays in that zone for. So one thing they want me to do, I'm pretty sure, is to talk to this chick and get myself, I think, some armor or some weapons. I think she does sell stuff that I don't already have. But I can go ahead and like buy myself like the chainmail headgear, which gives me a little bit more defense, or I can go and buy some weapons. But it does tell me at the bottom where it says owned next to the rare one, it does tell me whether I have one of them or not. I wanted to try the dual blades. I don't actually have enough money to use those yet, but I do have the match slicers. I don't have the bone scythes yet. Anyway, I played this game initially with trying all the weapons out because I really want to see what all of them do and whether I like them all. But the one that I used the most actually was the Bone Blaster, and I noticed that the ranged weapons, well, these in particular, the Bone Blaster and the crossbow gun, they are pretty overpowered. You just kind of have to stand there and shoot things, and you will most likely never die. And I don't believe that that's the way that this game was intended to be played. I think a lot of people would probably get mad at me if I did this. Although it would be much easier for me to get through the game, I think I'm better off using a different weapon just so A, I can learn it, and B, so I can go around and look cool and smack things around. I do believe the metal bagpipe is one of the better starting weapons. I can kind of tell because A, it's sharpness, B, it has a slot, and C, it does a lot of attack, plus you have the notes. Which can do different things. But I haven't really meddled with the bagpipe yet. I've tried out a lot of these weapons again. I've tried out like the Iron Lance and the Iron Gun Lance and a bunch of these stuff, but one thing I didn't really get too into is the dual blades. One thing that sucks is, again, their sharpness gets worn out pretty fast, but they are pretty cool and they're pretty fun, so I'm probably just going to mess around with those and go around smacking some stuff. The problem with these is that they don't do a lot of damage, but they are fast, so I can sort of get in and out of places really quick, which is pretty neat. I also have this little Nico cat servant named Chamberlain. As you can tell, he likes to meow a lot, and he sort of tells me that I can go in my item box, I can download DLCs, whatever the hell that means, and I can look at the gallery, which I don't know if I should spoil this, but spoiler alert, this is what the Lagicrest, or the Lagiacrest, or the Lagistrus, I don't know, that dragon dude he was talking about earlier, that's what he looks like. The gallery kind of updates as I find more things to look for, which is pretty cool, because that means I can sort of go back and watch cinematics in case I accidentally skip over one. But he also allows me to like place decorations, which I haven't exactly figured out how to get a bunch of them yet, but it does seem cool that you can just sort of place things down and they'll be there. I'm guessing as you get trophies and stuff, you can just sort of hang those up. Anyway, let's get out of here and proceed on with the actual gameplay. Because, I mean, this game has that. Believe it or not, this game has gameplay. And I think Monster Hunter 4 already came out in Japan, but there's no announced port, I think, for America yet. I could be wrong. Oh, okay, so two things I have to show off really quick is, number one, the cat dude tells me that his farm got pretty much screwed over because of the earthquake, and he lost a bunch of workers, so I need to, like, I guess go look for them or help them out. Either way, I don't need to do that right now, but this guy right here, really important. Here's why. A, you can name him, but Poogie is life, so we're gonna call him Poogie. But here's what you can do, right? Poogie comes over, you can pick him up, right? You can carry Poogie over to the waterfall, and you can place him into the waterfall, right? And Poogie would be like, damn, this water's fine. Then he's gonna go over to the waterfall, and he's gonna chill over there. Like, he just starts swimming in it like a boss. Like, that's awesome. Look at that, he's jumping around in it. Like, Poogie is legit. This guy makes me so goddamn happy, I don't even know. Oh, Poogie, you're the best. You can also, like, give him outfits, too. You can give him a pretty pink outfit, which I don't think really suits him. Like, I don't know, I don't really see Poogie having, that type of attire. And you can also have him, wear this cute little pajama set, which is pretty beast as well. But, I want to try something real quick, after I snuggle him. Oh yes, this is awesome. This is what the game should just be solely about. Petting Poogie. Oh, whoa, sorry Poogie. Poogie! Poogie, come back! He's never done that before. I'll have to go find Poogie. Damn, he just ran away like that. Anyway, this is the starting area. Kind of tells me, oh, use your map. You're gonna just really go find, you know, my son and go talk to him. His name is Junior. I'm old man. Cute little scenery here. Did I just call scenery cute? I'm sorry. That's not right. It's probably something I shouldn't be doing. Kind of makes absolutely no sense. It tells me about dashing and stamina. Basically, I have a stamina bar at the top, yellow. You can dash and you can run and all that jazz. Some of the weapons, it's kind of hard to explain, but a lot of the weapons have different, I guess, movesets. So these daggers, I don't know, swords, whatever you want to call them, I forget actually myself, but let me, the match slicer. So the slicers have their own set, so you can do a bunch of different attacks with them. Like a lunging attack, obviously a spinning attack, and you can combine those with, you know, just smashing buttons will usually get you a pretty sick combination of moves. I don't need to be taught that right now. Anyway, one thing that's cool with these bad boys is that you can actually activate like a super beast mode, and you do more damage, and I'm pretty sure you attack faster, but your stamina does go down. Either way, at the top left, you can see the yellow blinking bar, which is what my daggers are at sharpness-wise. And as I explained earlier, right now they're at yellow, so they're at full sharpness. And at the bottom right, I have my whetstones, so in case I need to sharpen those are there. And this game kind of functions weird, but classes I think are generalized by what weapons you have. So right now I have the slicers going on, and I think that's how my class is set. So pretty interesting stuff. Let's go down here and go into area 2. And now we're looking at a bunch of dinos called the Apnos, or the Aptonoth. Aptonoth? I don't know. Some of the pronunciations I'm really bad at, but basically it tells me, alright, there's some dinosaurs here. My son is hungry. Go kill those dinosaurs. So I have to be like, alright, let's kill the dinos for your son. For whatever reason I'm doing this, and I'm not sure why. And he's like, not bad, you get the raw meat by cutting them open. And then I go in and I kill some more dinos, because why the hell not? And this one over here is talking shit, so I'm gonna quickly go into beast mode and cut him apart. As I should, I mean, because he's looking at me funny. Either way, that just about does it. The other one's running away, so I don't really have to worry about him. But let's open up the pit and cut these dinos open with some raw meat. Get some raw meat from them. Basically, I'm just stabbing them with a dagger and pulling out the meat, which is pretty gory, but at the same time, awesome. This raw meat can be used to increase my stamina gauge, because it does lower, believe it or not. The more stuff I do and the more I use it, it starts to get lower. So as I progress, I'll have to eat meat to sort of gain my stamina meters back. Down here, some other stuff, and this is where it gets like super grindy. This is a mushroom, or multiple mushrooms that you sort of collect. The blue mushrooms actually help you create potions. So to create potions, I need the blue mushroom and I need an herb, or an herb. I don't know, people say it differently. I call them herbs. I don't know why, it's stupid. But once I get enough of them, I can go over here and get some honey as well, because the honey allows me to create super potions. But again, I need the herb base first, or the herbs. All right, so let's go over here and find Junior and talk to him about how hungry he is, I guess, because well, I don't want to spoil it yet, but the chief sent me out to give him some meat. This is, of course, the questing area as well that you start out in when you do super legit quests. It gives you like these boxes that allow you to A, turn quest items in, as well as B, use items in a different chest to help out with a quest, and that's Junior down there. Nice work, you seem to reach the camp in one piece. Yes, I did. Let's go talk to Junior, who's not very Junior-esque. Or Junior-esque, I guess. I'm not sure which one to call him. He refers to himself as Junior, but he likes to be called a chief's son, so I have to make sure not to call him Junior, even though he calls himself Junior by accident. Either way, I'm going to give him some meat. There you go, have some of this. Go ahead, take it. Hand over the raw meat. There you go. Should be all set. Now I can probably go back, right? I know it's screwed up already. Yeah, it tells me to return to the village. Alright. He also gives me a barbecue spit. Not right now. Excuse me, but afterwards. That I can use to cook the meat, because you do have to cook the meat, believe it or not, before you eat it. I can't do that right now because I don't have the spit. But yeah, took me a long time to figure out how to cook in this game, unfortunately. But I did it anyway, so that's pretty badass, right? That's considered badass, right? It also took me a long time to figure out what the herbs are, because there's a lot of different looking herbs here. Like, for instance, I thought these were it. I thought that maybe these down here were it, but they weren't. So, turns out that the herbs are actually these things right here. Sorry about the camera angle. Every time you press up on the right thumbstick, the camera moves around, or if you press down too, it kind of falters back. Other than that, let's get some quick herbs, and we can combine those to make some potions, which I can use once I start taking a lot of damage, which should be very shortly, because I'm terrible at this game. Let's go back to the village. Do some crazy stuff, I guess. I don't know. As crazy as you can get, I suppose. Yes, to the village by pressing the A button. I can do that. It's only the A button. Yeah, but I'm kind of glad that I decided to play this game before doing a blind run through it, because playing it the first time was kind of a pain in the ass trying to figure every little thing out, because there was a lot of stuff to learn, and believe it or not, I don't think I learned everything I needed to. So, Chief's son, yes, hello. She somehow made it back here before I did. But he kind of goes over the fact that I need to find resources to help the village reconstruct itself. Which is right here, villager request. I need to gather 30 points of resources, and all I did was gather 3, so it's a very terrible amount. I do believe it gives me a barbecue spit, which is pretty legit, because that thing costs like 500 Z's in the store. Heard the earthquake left the base camp in shambles, but why long face hunter? Let me guess, the camp lost cause. Is that where you're thinking? Bah, there are no lost causes, only lost confidence. The camp needs a lot of work. So yeah, the villagers kind of just go around and they're like, yeah, you know that dude that you talked to? Well, I'm glad you talked to him. I'd like to concur his point that you do need to help him out. I'm not sure how much longer I can stress this, but you do need to go help him. And that's what most of the time they say. This dude here, I don't even know what the hell he told me, but I don't think it was of any importance. Probably just, hey, you know, you could upgrade the armor and all that jazz. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into the woods to A, cook some meat, because I want to get my stamina bar up. Although I don't think I need to worry about that right now. It turns out my stamina is totally fine. But I think if I cook the meat anyway, it should... oh, Christ. It should allow me to make my stamina... Ugh! What the heck? Something got in my throat. Make my stamina bar even bigger. But yeah, this game right here, you have to watch the meat so carefully. I think I burned it. Did I? Maybe? Good cooking? Was it good cooking? Yes. Okay, I did a good job. I couldn't tell right away. Yeah, it tells me to get some herbs. The herbs are right there. Luckily for me, I can gather some more. Totally abuse the fact that the nodes, I guess, are most of the time uninterchangeable. Well, am I saying that right? Most of the time they're stationary, so they don't move, so I can just kind of keep going back and abusing them. But there's no point, because, I mean, there's so many resources out here, I don't really have to fixate on it. But I do want to cook all the meat first, because it does take up inventory space when you, I think, have different types of meat. So I have raw meat here, and then well done steak. So I'm gonna cook that really quick. But yeah, this game right here, watch the steak, alright? You have to be like, you have to wait for it to turn to shade. Like right now it turned to shade, and then it just turned to the shade, and you have to pull it right off. And for some reason there's this lady that's telling me how tasty the meat is. I don't know, that kind of creeps me out. I don't know what that's all about, but it is Capcom, and Capcom does some pretty funny stuff in their games. I think it just turned to shade, right? It had to have. Yep, there you go.
So tasty.
So tasty! And the music too, I don't know what that's all about either. It's super trollish, or it's just, I don't know if it's there for comedic purposes, but it's pretty intense because it ends and you're gonna be like, BAM!
Tasty.
And get the steak out. It took me a long time to learn that at first. I kept cooking my steak rare, and then I kept cooking it super well done, and my hunter wasn't having it. So, there we go.
So tasty.
Alright, that was pretty intense. Yeah, but I don't even like my steak well. I like my steak medium well. I don't know how many people like it that way. Let me just numb on that real quick. And there we go. My stamina bar is at total max right now, so that's pretty OP if I say so myself. I think for this quest, you have to go over and you have to go and kill these things in Area 6. And I think he just told me about the monster list, or the Hunter's Notes monster list, which I don't have anything of. It just explains to me a little bit about that. I think it just kind of generalizes what the monsters do. I don't know if it's any significance, because I don't even remember if I had it or not. Then you have these little fuckers right here. They don't even die, alright? These fuckers, they don't do anything. They keel over. Alright. Yeah, yep. Thank you for whatever that was. I got 2 points out of that, but they keel over. Right? You stab him in the face. I just collected his liver. He gets up like nothing happened. What a beast. Anyway, let me show you how to combine stuff. Now that we're on that topic. I totally forgot about doing this earlier. But yeah, I have 95% chance of combining an herb with a blue mushroom to make myself a potion. So my chances aren't that bad. I can increase my chances by buying a book. But it's kind of awkward combining things, because like it took me a little bit to figure out how to do the blue mushrooms, and then obviously when I explained that the honey can make super potions, like you sort of have to select items and be like, let's see, does the snake bee larva go in anything? No. Does the felvin go in? No. Does the no, I can't even select it. Does the blue mushroom go in anything else? No. So like that's how you figure stuff out, and then eventually they go into your combo list, which I don't really have many of, but it already tells me how to do some of them, which is cool. You know, kind of saves me the trouble of having to figure them out. But there's so many things that can be like comboed, I guess. So it's kind of annoying. But anyway, yeah, I can make some pretty dope super potions, which I have a 90% chance of making. And if they fail, it'll be pretty disappointing. I think that's all I need to do, right? And then at the bottom right, I can select it, and I can use it should I need to use it. But for right now, I don't. I think that was all I had to do, right? No, I can actually gather some more, right? Because I had like a ton of blue mushrooms, so I can gather some more herbs if I have to. Over there to the left too, I completely ran by it because I was trying to get this OP herb. Probably need like 3 more of these, or 2 more, I think should do it. You can see that like gray looking slab thing? That is actually, oh come on, just give me 1 more herb. That is actually a place to gather whetstones, which is cool because they're not infinite and they do run out, so you sort of have to find them or you have to buy them. But luckily there's areas that sort of give you all the supplies. And I don't know, I really like this game because of that. I played a lot of MMOs, and so like I get the whole grind and try to find stuff, but it's sort of rewarding because it's not like the game just gives you things, like you have to work for it. So that's pretty cool. I guess I could make the rest of my potions. It doesn't really matter. But I want to get the stuff out of my inventory. There we go. Because the inventory is pretty important. I only have 3 slots of it. I'm sure you get to upgrade it later on. Again, I'm not super far into the game at the moment, but I'm sure you'll be able to get more slots because 3 at the moment is not enough. Or 3 pages isn't enough. But here's some Velociraptor looking mother effers that are really creepy in a way. I just don't like their face. They have like a crocodile face, and they just, I don't know, they just piss me off. They're so disgusting. I forget what they're called. They're called like Jaras or some shit like that. I don't know if that's like a Jagi. I don't know if that's like a playoff from the stupid Star Wars character. But yeah, Jar Jar Binks. I don't know if that's what they were trying to do there. Maybe it seems like something they would do, but the mobs aren't too hard to sort of like predict. They have their movesets which don't really do that much. I mean, these guys don't do a lot. They're not, like I said, too unpredictable, but there's mobs that can be a pretty big pain in the ass, so let's just go in balls deep here and see what we get. Alright. Well, that wasn't too hard, I guess. And gather some resources up here. Some Jaggy hide, which can be used to create, I believe, some type of armor. I don't know. There's a lot of items in this game. Like, I didn't get very far, and I was just having trouble keeping up with everything, because there is a lot. Did that go in my hunter list? No, it did not. Or my hunter info. Basics and controller hints. I guess that's about it. Let me check my info. Nope, I did not mean to pause the game. My quest info. I need 30 resources, and right now I have 22. Is that what that is? I think more come out, maybe. I could be wrong. I think, because I don't think it's just 4. I do believe more come out. If they don't, what I can do is go back to area 2, which will I thought I heard one over here somewhere, which will let me kill some of those stupid Aptos for some more resource points. So, and I mean, traveling in this game is pretty quick too. The loading time is pretty legit. Let's kill some bugs instead. Alright, here we go. Come at me, bug. Do you even sting, bro? That's kind of what sucks about not having the range weapon, is because these flying things are a pain in the ass to deal with sometimes. Oh, wow, cool sweep. Oh man, did you see my attack? There we go. 1 point for Gryffindor. 2 points for Gryffindor. Very nice. I didn't know if there was one over here. I thought there was one, but I guess not. Alright, put the blades away, I guess. Let's go back to 2. Or, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2. Not 2.5. 2.5 is what I call that orange spot down there. But 2 has those Aptos, which will make a fine mantle display. Let's get some resources out of these bad boys. Oh, shank your ass. Also, right, I lost just sharpness a second ago. The meter at the, what do you call it? The meter at the left there that's filling up whenever I attack these things is actually a pretty cool mode that I can get into with my blades, should I choose to. And that kind of allows me to do multiple attacks with no repercussion. As you can see, I'm not losing any stamina by being in this mode, and that's awesome. That's one thing that I kind of like about this particular, I guess, class, is that you can do that. So that should be pretty fun progressing through the game like this. Again, I'm not going to do range because I feel like that's pretty OP. But yes, I did lose a good amount of sharpness. I don't think I saw that before. But if I take out my whetstone, I can sharpen up my bad boys, and they will go back to full sharpness, just like they were before. Let's get some meat before this guy disappears, because they tend to disappear pretty fast for whatever reason. I think the earth just absorbs them really quickly, and I have found nothing. No, while we're here, I might as well get some more honey and make some more super potions, although I didn't really take any damage back there, so I don't think it matters too much. But we'll get the honey anyway, why the hell not? I think the larva that I collected earlier actually helps me create like fishing items or fishing supplies. I'm I don't know. Again, there's just so many stupid combinations that like I have to sit down and figure out. Although, you know what I could do? I could just print out a list and do it that way. That would probably save me a good amount of time. This is not like I guess a typical playthrough that I would normally do. Like, again, I'm doing Dark Souls completely blind. I mean, I'm doing Dark Souls completely blind, so that means I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not doing this game blind, which means that I'm probably gonna look stuff up if I get lost, which is probably gonna save a good amount of time. It'll kind of prevent me from having to figure out which items to combine to create stuff. Although the game does a pretty good explanation of what to do in case I get lost, because you do have the quest info that you can easily access, and that just kind of tells you like, hey, go do this thing over there. So it's not too bad. I don't think I'll get lost too bad, because I don't know if I had to look anything up. I think I looked up some things, but it had nothing to do with the quest. It was more so like, where do I go for this, or like, what do I do once I get this? Nothing really related to the quest. And actually somebody here looked like they were trying to talk to me, but I guess they disappeared? Oh no, that was just something totally different. Alright, well, I got the resources, so I can just go ahead and talk to Junior, and he will go ahead and gladly take the resources off my hands, which I have a lot of, by the way. Oh, before I do that, let's take the commodities. Right, the funky pheromones, someone's limits, and bugs love it. I can take the dung, which will be great. I don't know if I want that. I'll take the raw meat. Shroom germ, fertilize for the shroom box, that'll be good. Soft pocket change, everyday commodity, don't need this. Fertilizer for the insect box, and I guess that's about it. I can sell the stuff, or I can send them to my box, whichever I want to choose to. Luckily my box has a lot of pages that I can sort of stack things onto, so that's pretty helpful. And then I can go ahead and turn in the resources to complete this chief's son, you know, whatever the hell he wanted to do with the guild. I don't know. I don't even remember. I guess the village is broken. He wanted me to help him get some stuff. I guess that was the gist of it. But now that that's all done, let's talk to Old Man Jenkins down here, who's going to tell me, hey, you know what, why don't you take this pickaxe and then you can go ahead and go down and get me some iron ore. So I might as well go do that right now. Although, this is what I'm talking about, by the way. I talked to him, and then the chiefs, or the chief, yeah, not the chiefs. The chief pretty much is like, yo, did you talk to that dude? Well, he wants you to go do this shit, so you should do it. And here's 500 Z's for getting our shit, because we're poor. And this chick's like, his job with this, shut the fuck up. I don't even care. Let's go and get that iron. The first time I did this, I got trolled pretty hard. And you'll see why in a second here. Well, not in a second, but once I get to the other area. Right, so I believe the iron ore can be found at the 4 region or the 7 region, which is, you know, kind of a telltale sign, just because it lights up and you kind of can tell that it's like a cavey looking area or like some type of underground looking area, which is cool. I mean, that's what I got out of it like right away. I don't know if it's that obvious. It could not be. But here, he tells you like, pardon my nosiness, but do you have a pickaxe? Because you're going to need a pickaxe. And then I went in my inventory and I'm like, oh shit, this thing is red. It's marked with an X. I don't have a pickaxe. So I went back to the village, bought a pickaxe, and realized that it had nothing to do with the fact that there was an X on it. It just meant that I couldn't use it right away, which was pretty trolly. And I don't know what I just did. Right, okay, so yeah, like 7 is underground, kind of. I think I can get something over here for it. I think there's some iron ore back here. I could be wrong. Yes, I am wrong. I think there's iron ore that sometimes spawns over here, but I guess they don't want me to get this ore. I guess they won't put it in here for now. I'll probably have to go back to 4, which I don't know how I didn't go there. I must have just stopped looking at the map and YOLO'd it. But yeah, I got trolled pretty hard. And wasted a lot of time doing that. And we got some kitties here. There's some Nokos that are getting some mushrooms. These are the good ones. They're not assholes. There's some assholes Nokos out here. I don't know what their deal is. I guess they're just like rogue cats or something. I don't really get what their gist is, but I didn't know about this area till actually my last attempt. You kind of go in here and there's like a little party going on, just full of a bunch of them. Like, I don't know what they're doing over here, but I guess they decided to like establish their little base camp here or something. It's pretty spooky. I mean, there's like paintings in the walls and stuff, and I don't know what any of this is. This is pretty creepy. Wait, did that have a mark on it? Yes, it did. What is that? Wonder if there's anything here. Nothing found. Can I try it again? No, I didn't find anything. Oh, that's pretty trolly. Let me look around. Maybe I can find something. I didn't look around that hard before because I got a little bit creeped out, but I don't think there's really anything here. Maybe they put stuff there later or something, and I'll have to come back and check it out, but for now, I don't really see the point in worrying about it. Let's go down here and find ourselves some iron ore, which that dude wanted. I think it's right over here, yeah. So the walls can contain the ore, which is pretty cool. There's obviously like nodes that have iron ore, which can be easily found, but the wall stuff's pretty cool because it's like not, you know, so obvious. Let me see if I can find like an actual vein that has the iron ore. Yeah, like this one here is pretty obvious, but I don't know. I thought that was a good touch. And that's all it gave me? Alright, well, I guess that's all it's gonna give me. For now. Maybe oh, wait, there's another one over here. Let's get that iron ore, which we can use to create iron stuff in case I need them. But I think they start you out with some pretty legit weapons, so I may not necessarily need those. And what is that? Oh, it's this thing. Come on. Oh. That's right. I own this cave. Not you. I don't like you. You GG or Gigi. I don't know what the hell you are. I'm gonna cut you apart and find out. A velvety hide. That's probably rare just because I don't really see a lot of these things. Let's go back to the village and turn in ye iron ore. Alright, Hobgoblin, here's your shit. Let me give you your resources. Iron ore, bam. Some quality stuff right there. No amateur dug this up, that's right. So, I guess he tells me again that you can, upgrade stuff. I guess he really wants me to upgrade things. I can, like, upgrade my armor and, my weapons. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Yeah, my weapons. But at the moment, I don't think I can do that. Let me find out. Yeah, it costs, 2,000 Z's, which I have, but also needs, like, all those things like the earth crystal, machete, blah, blah, blah. He does give you, or you get at least armor like upgrades. I forget what they're called. I guess level ups that you can sort of use in the armor that you get from him. I want to see if he can craft any armor though. I might have enough materials to do it. Warm pellet for this one. It usually lights up white, so I guess I'll just need to like mine for more stuff and find some carpenter bug, which I think I can probably either A, get from loot boxes or check those like honey things and see if I can find anything. But I can probably create the chain mail gear. Hey, read mystery bone. I think I can find some mystery bones, and Kelby horn isn't that hard to come by. Let me see what that stuff looks like. I think you can do that. Oh, right. Well, that's not very helpful. Was that it? Right, so some of this stuff looks cool, but other stuff not so much. Like, let me see which one. The chainmail helmet looks pretty stupid. I gotta admit. Like, I don't know what that is. This one looks pretty legit. Kind of reminds me of, Cassidon from League of Legends. I don't know what that's all about, why you need that in particular, but that thing's pretty cool. I might just try to create that. I think it's a little bit harder to create. It seems like it. Let me see here. Where was it? Lock. What the hell is this? Outer stomach, monster fluid. Yeah, some of the stuff is a little bit harder to come by, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. What is this? Get the hunter's mail. You got the leather vest. Get the hunter's vest. Aluminium mail. Alloy vest. Yeah. Takes a little bit of time to craft that stuff, but it's again rewarding if you manage to get all the supplies for it. So I think that we can probably end it here. There's more people that want to talk to me because everybody in this village has absolutely loved me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to see more Monster Hunter gameplay, make sure to let me know, because this game's pretty fun and I would like to do something like this on my channel. So if you guys enjoy it, make sure to let me know in the comment section, or, you know, again, press that button that's pointing in the air. Like, it looks like a, I don't know, it's like a fist, and then it has like this thumb that's pointing straight up, which I don't know if that means, hey, look up, there's something falling down on you, or if that means I genuinely like this. Either way, my name is WII-HD, and knobs for life. God damn it, it looks stupid as hell. Why do you keep waving? Stop!
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.